Hey, what's up, guys? Tim Rexius here, and this is Keeping It Real with Rexius, episode 3. Loving these messages, keep them coming. Today's is how to deal with negative feedback on social media, and the exact comment from like 15 to 20 of you was, none of this generic BS, just keep your chin up garbage, just actual, realistic, per medium advice. So, I like the specificity. So, all right, on Facebook's changed over last year. It used to be a 1 to 5 star review. You could see who it was, you could attack it. Now it's just a recommendation. But over 10 years in all these businesses, let's say I had like 30 negative reviews. I got 29 of them to change it back by me reaching out personally. So how I do it is on a review or recommendation is I go directly on that public one as fast as I can, no time. Get on it right now like, hey, this is Tim Rexius. I'm the CEO. I'm so sorry you had this experience. I'm going to reach out to you in private message, but make sure, even if you want to do this publicly, let me know how I can make it right. It's amazing that other people see that you're putting in that work ethic and what that means. They also put a face to the business. There's somebody behind this, somebody else's family is responsible for this, so it does bring some realness to it. Most of the time, upset customers are going to embellish 90% of it. So at the same point in time, you are an extension of your business is an extension of you, so you got to take forth from it. And I'll just like, hey, what do I need to do? If I need to drive down me to shop, usually it's not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of some, part-time person that they weren't gelling with eye to eye. So, a little bit of work, you can go get that fixed pretty quick and attack it. Don't let it go 5 days. Would you let a customer walk into your shop upset and sit there for 5 days? No. Understand that social media, like today's communication, it needs to be done now. You got to do it quick. You got to jump on it. And sometimes that's not convenient, but that's part of being an entrepreneur of a small business is that you don't get the 9 to 5. You're a 24/7, 365. But then again, if you love what you do, you'd rather hustle 24/7, 365 or something you love than slave away to 9 to 5 or living for the weekends. So it's part of being business. Instagram, you can tell on both Facebook and Instagram who wants to argue and who's just there to argue for the sake of arguing. They'll put it public on in your post. Well, this is stupid. I believe in this, whatever. Just delete it. Like 9 out of 10, I delete it. If I can tell somebody's just arguing for the sake of arguing, trust me, I have 6 kids. I know when somebody's arguing just for the sake of arguing, and their friend group knows that too. So if it looks like a legitimate conversation, pop in there, and just say, hey, I'll private message you. No, I don't want a private message. Okay, you're there to argue. It's pretty simple. But a lot of it, especially in Instagram, goes then down in the DM, just have a conversation. It's amazing when you as the owner or one of the head figures of the company are reaching out, trying to make something right by customer. Remember, good, long-standing business relationships are made one at a time. But it's amazing how many people you can impact when they see that conversation happening with a one-on-one, whether that be a 16-year-old kid or a 60-year-old lady, it doesn't matter. Each one of them represents a voting ballot. That dollar means they're voting for your business every day. You got to take it seriously. Just like a politician, you got to go earn one vote at a time. So is your business. LinkedIn, I just started doing content on LinkedIn. It's newer to me. I've had a LinkedIn account for years, but I've never really posted anything. And honestly, I haven't really caught up with the private messages that much. I'm trying to. There's only one of me. I need an assistant ASAP. But it's been 100% positive, honestly. People are popping on there saying positive feedback. I get way more private messages on there than I do even on the posts, and people loving it, other entrepreneurs, other CEOs. And so it's been really fun on there, real positive, really great environment. YouTube's a different animal. Now, YouTube has a lot of anonymity to it. So some jaded people, which way that or the other, will just put a thumbs down on something and won't even leave a comment half the time. And if they do, as I'm seeing with people with bigger posts, I just started YouTube weeks ago. It's just as a digital library for all the stuff we're doing for all the business. I haven't been a big YouTube guy, so I'm new to it. But we posted a video. I went back and checked my page. It was a minute later just to make sure I uploaded correctly. And there's already a thumbs down, but there's no views, which tells me it's somebody else's business that I'm competing against whose ass I'm probably kicking. Or maybe a former employee who just doesn't like me, and that's fine with me too. And they didn't even watch the video. So I kind of fuel for the fire for me that I'm doing stuff right if I'm my business is becoming that big much of a threat to other people or my success. Now, quite often with things you post, topics or whatnot, understand that sometimes people will argue or disagree with you as a way to justify their inadequacy. Let me explain. I had a post up shared with Steve Harvey's Rich People Don't Sleep 8 Hours in a Day video. You can go to any of my social media forums. I don't think it's on YouTube though. And see what it was. Now, some people said some things publicly, oh, you need 8 hours, you need this. I go, oh, I get it. And none of those were negative. The DMs though, oh my God, they were negative. I understand that not sleeping 8 hours a day is probably not the healthiest, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to build the Rexius empire to the size that my ambition has for me, and to still make enough time to be an awesome dad and a kick-ass husband. I don't get to sleep 8 hours. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I didn't say it was healthy. I didn't say it was the smartest thing, but for me and what I want to accomplish, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. People got real argumentative with me on the DMs being like, no, you don't understand. I won't do that to my body. Good. You're negating your lack of work ethic compared to me by the guise of unhealthiness. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm not. I like my weekends and my nights off, and I like my fancy car. I like this, that, or the other thing, because you want to negate your inability to match my work ethic. I understand that. I see right through it. And that happens to people a lot of times. Like, oh, I didn't do that because I need my, people who don't go to college and become an entrepreneur instead. And people are like, oh, well, I'll have my degree to fall back on. No, you didn't have the guts to go slave away 90 hours a week and hustle 24/7, 365. So you're negating it with some societal crap, guys that you're doing the smart route because that's what mommy and daddy told you to do. Nothing wrong with either which way, shape, or form, but understand, most entrepreneurs, you need to understand that people are going to negate your work ethic by some sort of guise of a social aspect or a health aspect or whatever you want to call it. Or my kids mean more to me than that. Well, who says I'm not being a kick-ass dad? I am. I chaperone every school event. Just your inability to make time and versus your ability to make excuses is where we're at. So anyways, understand that is how I deal with the social media forums personally that I deal with. Sometimes you just got to keep your chin up. I know I hit the generic comment, but you got to take it as a positivity that, you can take constructive criticism. You can do it as a way to push yourself harder and hustle. But remember, every chance of communication is a chance to earn business, in my opinion. Whether that be the person you're directly dealing with or the other people viewing it. Take it in a positive aspect as a way that you are not argumentative. You are literally trying to earn more people's business and loyalty to your personal brand and your business, which to me are in sync. So that's just my 2 cents. I hope you guys like it.